sex with somebody else. Wait.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the 50/50 House Show. We first want to just thank y'all for all the positive support and comments on our first official video. So those comments really meant a lot to us to hear the feedback that you guys want us to talk about, and we will do that. But make sure you guys, before we get into the video, make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, of course, and let's get.
Some of the reasons why there's so many issues in dating for both sides, you know, the men and the women. And we have a little video clip where a young lady is displaying some of the things that I believe to be the culprits, some of the red flags that appear in these relationships.
Okay, let's go ahead and share the video.
I have a guy best friend that I do everything with. I never asked him to be in a relationship with me, but I did tell him that in order for us to be sexual, that I would need some sort of commitment.
Whose choice was it for y'all to have a friendship?
Yeah. It was mine. His nickname for me is Pretty. So I know that he likes me, but I enjoy the friendship.
She started off by saying, I have a guy best friend. Like, this is the weird stuff. Like, you dig me? He's your guy best friend, right?
Everything with him.
If that's your best friend, why are you bringing up sex at all? Why is that even like in the like these things right here? This is how shit goes wrong. It's all this confusion, man. It's too much confusion.
I enjoy the friendship. I enjoy going out to eat.
That's not. I'm frustrated. I'm sorry for your loss, but I'm frustrated. Like, come on. You said you know he likes you.
At least he wants to have sex. I know that much.
Okay.
Have you been dating other people in this time?
Yes, and I talked to him about that. We're not having sex. I'm having sex with somebody else. Wait.
I'm so frustrated. Bro, what the fuck is happening? I gotta talk to you about your relationship problems. I gotta be there to vent to. I'm shopping with you. We going out. We eating. I'm paying for the meals. It ain't like she put her credit card down and she somebody else. That's just crazy to me. Be honest. Don't lie. Is the other you?
So, I mean, he went like extra dramatic with it, but
is that what a man is saying in his head though? Is he screaming out loud? But are men in these situations, they're probably like screaming, okay.
Somewhat. And the crazy thing is though, like she said, damn, I like going out and like doing the stuff like this, right? All that'd be cool if that's your friend. That's what friend. If y'all were really friends, I mean, that's what friends do. We hang out, we do whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, if y'all friends like that, he must don't have no girl. Neither one of y'all have a relationship, so ain't nothing wrong with y'all being friends. But it's like a scam involved. Like, you know what I mean? She's making it seem like it's a scam involved. Like, she's not saying, well, yo, that's my friend and I like going out with him. She like, well, I gotta keep you using this excuse so I can go out with him. You know what I mean? It's a difference between the two. And
I mean, it definitely gets very transactional. And I think that this shows why men and women being true friends and without sex being involved is very difficult, you know, and I think that that's one of the biggest challenges of why you see a lot of men who don't want to be like, you could be friend zoned and I do you feel like a lot, I feel like maybe, and I could be wrong, that do you feel like men know up front that they're being friend zoned, or are they trying?
Some a savvy man knows, but sometimes we don't care because we just, you know, we feel like we can play the game too, or you might got other options and you can wait it out. Like, you might not be tripping as much as she think you is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like she just said, oh, he called me pretty, so I know he liked me. Like, maybe I do, maybe I don't. Maybe I'm just calling you pretty because I know that get you riled up. Like, you understand what I'm saying? But
I mean, it could be
you got those men who are gullible though.
Yeah.
I mean, who get dragged down these roads by some of these women. I mean, get done dirty, get bled out of money, like, you know what I mean? So some of them really be just they want to be in love as niggas. You know what I mean, for lack of a better term, but.
I mean, I think they could be both using each other. I think we are in a very transactional world that I'm using you. I'm taking out spending my money because eventually I hope we can. This is to get some, and for you, for the woman, it could be I'm using you just to get a free date, a free meal, and so it can be on both ends of using each other. And I think that is one of the biggest challenges. And just in general, I think most people have like this very much like I'm afraid to be used, so I'm gonna use other person. So we're both coming in from that angle when it comes to relationships and dating, that no one's trying to be genuine because of like you ain't getting me, or I'm gonna get you before you get me, and we have these issues in relationships or trying to build.
I think we think backwards when it comes to a lot of things. And I think that's one of them. That's one of those common things that's just like a saying, like, or that people, they view it a certain way when you say, yo, don't use me, or I don't want nobody to use me, or whatever like that. But I think we all here to be used or to be useful in some way. So, because if I can't use you, then I don't need you really. Like, you got to have some use. Like, you know what I'm saying? The thing is not to misuse nobody.
Yeah.
We can be used, but don't misuse me. You know what I'm saying? And I think people get so caught up in that they don't even want to be used. You don't want to be of no use. That's why when you ask somebody nowadays, a lot of times you see like, well, damn, people may phrase it as what you bring to the table, or what can you do for me, or what am I going to get if I bring all this, or I give you all this? And then there's always like crickets. It's always like some really vague answers. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't even want to be useful. They don't even realize that you're supposed to be of some use. I think that's a big misconception in like most of our brains.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, here we go.
Your boyfriend.
I don't have a boyfriend.
Exactly.
Let me go back to y'all because I know we kind of remember that.
Yeah, he started. You ain't gotta go back to all that hollering though.
Boyfriend.
Exactly.
Hold on, let me go back. I'm gonna go back to when he asked her the question.
To me, be honest, don't lie. Is the other you and your boyfriend?
I don't have a boyfriend.
Exactly.
But he gotta be your boyfriend.
So what's the issue? Why are you not entertaining going to that level? You're not attracted to him whatsoever?
I mean,
you don't like him.
No. I don't want to mess up the friendship because literally, like, he is the only man that I have around that I can depend on.
So I'm going to pause there for the women to hear this because this is an issue. This is an issue that we run into all these problems with relationships, and we're always so mad that men are using us and they're using us for our bodies or whatever. But this woman is saying that she's sleeping with one man, but the man who she's
that's not her man too. That she's not.
That's not her man, right? She's sleeping with him, but her friend is the only man that she can depend on. So why would you be giving your body to someone who you can't depend on for nothing? You can't call for anything. You can't get anything out of this man but intimacy, which doesn't give you, other than instant gratification. But we do this so often that you'll have the option, the better option, or somebody. Again, I don't know. Let's just say the man wants to really be serious with her, but the man who doesn't want to just be a friend, he wants to be with you. He has these good qualities. But it's almost like I want my cake and I want my cake and I want to eat it too, right? Like this is what this is giving. She want her friend who she gets to go out and spend money on her, but then she also wants the guy that she can sleep with and don't give her anything. And if I lose this friend, I know I'm gonna be kind of out here just with nothing. So but this is what we do as women, that we are always just easily giving it up, and we don't understand, like, why would you give it to that man and he's giving you nothing? But this is the Pookies and the Ravers that we love and claim that we hate so much, but we give them all the attention.
I think that part right there is bad on so many levels. Like, I think it's a really key part of this whole thing. And it's kind of commonplace in what we see with women, a lot today. Whereas though there's a guy that is the most reliable guy,
Mm-hmm.
Like he's there for you, but somehow you can't see him past a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, and I don't know what sis right here would say, but again, I'm generalizing. When you watch a lot of these shows and you hear a lot of these dating content and gurus and things like that, when they get to talking and they get to asking these women who come on these shows constantly what they're looking for, well, what type of guy you like, they always say they want somebody that's reliable, somebody that's gonna be they could depend on, that's there. But they have a guy who's right there to do these things, wants to do these things for him most of the time. Sometimes he's doing it as a friend. Like, I mean, you're still giving up those favors as a friend. But these women, they don't, for whatever reason, they'll find many a reason to tell you why they wouldn't like them or why it wouldn't work. They continue to choose for the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
For some reason, the other guy who that's not your boyfriend, don't have to be your boyfriend, don't have to commit to you on in no way. Somehow you want to give him the guts. Like, I don't.
That just shows we
Women
are
just
terrible with picking men. Terrible. Terrible with picking men. And then this is why then we'll see someone like her.
So much though. Like it's so
someone
common.
like her who's like you said, I can't find a good man. And you've had plenty. You know, most women have had the quote unquote good men and they claim that they want. They've had that, but they chose to mess it up. They chose to, like you said,
something was wrong with the package.
Right. Like it's not
something, like whether it be something sexual or, you know, like women they've been tripping like in recent years. I've heard some crazy things on these shows about, oh man, his haircut was something, or his pants was rolled up. Like, well, tell him to roll them down. Like, what the fuck? It's like, I just don't. It's so crazy right now. We in a place right now where it's more of a just a battle. It's like before we even hear what the other person said or hear them out, there's the automatic combat of man versus woman. I think that we gotta let that joint go, man. That joint, that's poisoning us, because we're not realizing that our true greatness is in us being together. None of us is meant to be here to walk alone. So it's the balance is going to be off somehow. It's either going to be too far right or too far left. That's why we need each other to keep it centered. And all these people is walking around like out of place, off balance.
Okay, wait. Can I please say something? I gotta say
relationship.
This needs to be a conversation of 3 types of emotions: emotional maturity, emotional responsibility, and emotional integrity. Come on. It don't sound like you're practicing good emotional integrity to keep someone around that you know how they feel about you. And I'm gonna reap all the benefits because I know he likes me. And I'm gonna come and confide to him about all the men that I'm sleeping with and what I'm doing. You have to have some integrity in how you dealing with that man. Because it's kind of messed up. Shoe on the other foot. We don't like guys that do that.
Nope.
And it's not your emotional responsibility to cut things off, but you have to have the emotional integrity and maturity to say, I don't need to stay friends with this person in this space. You started off by saying, this is my best friend, baby. This is not what friendship is made of. This is some... We sit here listening like, girl, this is painful to hear on his behalf. He at home crying right now.
No, don't post this. Do not post this.
And she gonna say don't post it. That's crazy. Why is it emotional maturity and instead of just maturity?
It's just cliche. I don't know.
I was wondering, like, you know, when they throw the emotional in front of stuff, like, I know it's like a therapy type thing, but I'll just be wondering, does it always fit?
All it means is just having the ability to understand and manage and how you respond to your emotions. or others. Like it's really that's what it's the same thing. It's just they throw in the word emotions because
So is she saying like your emotion, her emotions is what's making her string the ball along?
right.
Yeah.
Mhm. Like almost like again, if you put yourself in the shoes of a child who's immature, like you're acting like a child in emotions wise, like if that makes sense. Like, but I think you could still just use the maturity, like you're being very and honestly, I wouldn't even use the word mature. I mean, yes, you could say a mature person would decide to say this is not right, but I think really about the better word was just having some integrity of what's like that's to me was the best word to use, was just you have
Well,
no
that too. I forgot the second word that she said, but that too. I was gonna ask, why is it not just integrity
like
instead of
it's no
emotional
emotional, it's
integrity?
just integrity. Like
Yeah.
like you should know, like this, like she said, women would not like this at all for men to do it. They hate it, but again, like I said, it's very much I want my cake, I got my cake, I'm gonna eat it too, and that's just the
And
reality of what it is.
men are usually called out on stuff like that, not having no integrity and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And women get away with a lot of that stuff, and that's cool. We know how the double standards work. Some things work in their favor, but I think in a relationship, it's gonna be hard to get away with it. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
You're gonna have to have it.
yeah. And this is the thing, just for women who are going to see this. Again, as we all know, we know when a man likes us, it is not a secret. We pretend like we don't know what's going on. We pretend like we don't know that he likes us, and that's where your integrity is being questioned. If you know, and I know, I'm gonna still get what I want. Like we know, like no one's. Again, is it 100% all the time? No, but for the most part, I think most of the time, that a man, especially when you are getting all this, especially if it's like I believe when it's somebody that you did not grow up with, like it's just why would this man just want to be your friend and take you out on dates and do all this stuff? Like why? Like he's not somebody who's connected to your family or a family friend or a childhood friend. And I'm not saying that those things can't still be the same, but I think it's just we're just meeting these men who just like, I want to just be your friend, and that this man likes you. And she said, I know he wants to have sex with me, but I know that I told him I can't have sex without a commitment. And again, it's just like, what does that even mean? And this is what women don't realize, that men who are
I
going,
don't think there's nothing wrong with that if it was serious. You know what
no,
I'm
I
saying?
know, right? But I'm saying this right here lets me know, as I'm hearing from you, that man, I hear you tell me this, but you just told me about how the man that you just slept with the other day didn't do nothing. So why would I
Well,
take?
that's if you told me that. Most times they
She
probably don't
said
tell
she
you
told
that.
him about the men she deal with. She said she talked to the men. She talked to him about the men that she's
So
dealing with.
how can you tell him that and tell him that he got to be in a relationship with you though?
That's what I'm saying. That's what the girl just said. You
So
tell
and he
me
believes
about,
this. He listens to this.
he listens to what?
He li- That's like somebody telling you
I'm
it's
venting
raining
to
and it's
you
sunny.
about, yes, I'm venting to you about my problems. Yes, this is how,
But
but
how?
this is the crazy part. We as women have been brainwashed into really thinking that you are so much of the prize that you can tell this man about all the men you're sleeping with who give you nothing.
But
And
what about him? I'm saying
still think
him as the guy.
I know,
You,
and you still think that I'm gonna hear this and really go for giving you a commitment.
but you're not giving me none. I'm saying right.
I know.
So how can you tell me that you're giving somebody else something that's not your boyfriend?
That's the point that I'm making. Why would he pay you any mind? Why would he take you serious?
Copy.
But my point of what I'm saying is,
He must be a special cat.
but my point of what I'm saying is, it's the fact that women think that they are so much of the prize that you think you can tell this man that all that you've told him and then require and think he's gonna go for it. That's what they really think, that they can just have that much pull, I think, with men.
Well, the thing about that is, and this is again to the dating aspect of it. I think that women be dating completely wrong. These new ways that they've been taught to do everything, like it's scattered. Especially, why would you tell them that? Like, even if you wanted to, like on a later end, or maybe you've like, damn, I do want to give him a chance. Let me see what Charles about. Boom, boom, boom. Charles already know what you've been doing now, so he like, yeah, whatever. Charles trying to scrape too, and then that's it. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, man. I think that for the ladies out there, especially the younger women, y'all need to make sure y'all take examples of this stuff and take heed to this stuff, because again, you don't just jump on the first guy to like you or whatever, but you gotta pick wisely. You gotta see who really got your best interests at heart, who really care about you. You know what I'm saying? And when you find that, then you jump on that. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit there and pick off of superficial things, because it's gonna be superficial.
Yeah. What advice would you have for men who are out here allowing women to essentially you're being used and you know you're being used, but I guess
I
in
don't think
your eyes,
I think any man who, I don't even know how you could listen to a story like that. Like I said, that's somebody telling you it's raining and sunny at the same time. Like you can't.
I mean, we don't know what happened after. Like, who knows what happened?
But I'm just saying, if you said those two things to me, it's like, well, how can I look at you now? You're almost like see through. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really, for a person like me, I don't know what guys would tolerate that, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, plenty
he
are
would,
out here doing
again, like I said, I don't want to talk about sis, but I mean, she wasn't it to me. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know who dude is, but if you tolerating that, it must not, his options must not be
right. You don't have
like that.
exactly.
Or
You don't have a lot of options.
you know, do he really feel like they friends like that? You never know. You know what I mean? So it's so much unknown areas in the story. So you only can go off, excuse me, what you assume off of what she said. And I just think that, guys just gotta be smarter, be on a mission, and you gotta pick wisely. Everybody gotta use good discernment when you picking, man. For the guys, I know it's slim pickings, should I say, but um you got to pick wisely. You can't waste a lot of time when you're trying to be serious and intentional about these things. You can't waste a lot of time with people that don't fit your criteria, don't fit the bill for whatever reason. Got to slide them accordingly and keep it moving. We, on both sides, I think we waste too much time with people that we know ain't for us, men and women. We know they ain't for us, but we just keep going and going and going. Like, gotta stop doing that.
Yeah. Agreed. Well, y'all, I think we just, again, as my husband said, we just have to, if you really want a good man, a good woman, you gotta really just, you will miss out on the good ones because you're entertaining things you shouldn't, people you shouldn't. And I think for women, you got to be very mindful of, again, we set the standards and we are setting up how men will view us. So again, like just this woman sharing this out loud to the world, people know that this is how you move. It's going to, determine your options of what men want to deal with you, or, even down to, like I said, like just your, like nobody going to take you serious that you say one thing, you do another, like, so it's very hard when you're a woman who you want to pick and choose. And most of the time, unfortunately, this is a situation that's very common, that you have the bad boy who gets all access to your body, and the good guy, like I said, his hair is weird, his shoes are ugly, it's all these things, and it's like that can be easily
help that boy get his swag up, if that's all he need. You know what I mean? If he treats you right, I mean, speak to you the way you want to be spoken to, he there for you. I mean, he can pull his weight. Just help him get some better shoes. That shouldn't be nothing.
Yeah.
We definitely also, we realize, like, sometimes we need help. That's what I'm saying. He might need some help in that area. He might need you for that. You might need help in a different area. A lot of times also, I think we be choosing people, like, I hear people say a lot of times that they will be wanting somebody that's just like them or on their level or and all that stuff. And I think that that's backwards as well. I feel like you should want somebody that does what you don't do. You know what I mean? You got this, they got this. The whole thing should be covered. You know what I'm saying? Instead of the same thing. Like it's easier to clash that way and all that, because y'all on the same, type of trajectory and y'all trying to like fill the same space, so to speak.
Yeah.
But when you got somebody that does all the things you don't do, it should work. It should fit right in. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think like some of these things that we hear on the internet all the time and that's been pushed for so long, I think it's in so many of our heads that we effed up in real life. Like in the
Yeah.
real world, when you meeting people, it's like, and you internet it out. Like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that's hurting people too.
Yeah. Yep. It's so much programming to even just for us, like just last thing I'll say is women, don't be unrealistic. Don't be delusional to think, you know, you can have all these male friends and it's just going to be my friend, my friend, my friend. And like, you don't like, let's stop with this idea of having male friends to be around just to do things for you, you know? Because again, you're just end up using them, or again, you're surprised that a man is still a man and is going to want more at some point. So yeah, so hopefully this was helpful. I think this was a very interesting thing to hear, because this is, again, I think very, very common. And I think even for her to ask the question, it's like, girl, what do you think? Why is it even a question? Like, again, back to integrity. This shouldn't even be a question of what you should do when you are doing what you're doing. So
Any last thing I want to say is that any woman who can make that statement that she made, that they know that a man is the only man they could depend on in their life, and it ain't their father.
mm-hmm.
Any woman who can make that statement, I think, if you're listening, any of y'all out there listening, make that man the top candidate. That man should be a candidate to be your man. If that's the only man in your life that you can depend on,
Mm-hmm.
I think
That's
that
great.
man should be a top candidate. Okay.
Yeah. It's like a no-brainer, right?
Should be simple.
Seems like a no-brainer, but and again, that's the reality. A lot of women don't have men to depend on, like none. Like this is not something that is so rare. This is a very common thing for women to be out here with nobody, no man, no daddy to call, and you really, you know, so keep that in mind when you out here saying what you don't need. You have to reconsider that when life is really happening. So thank y'all for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this conversation. Definitely let us know in the comments what you think about this, any thoughts, any, you know, perspective that you might have on this, anything that you feel that you want us to further discuss. Definitely let us know. And like the video, of course, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.